I want to talk a little bit about these fires going on in Canada because I don't think enough people are talking about them. And it's these fires up here in the northwestern part of the province of Ontario in Canada. This is today's modus, and I want to show you how thick the smoke was here and how you could clearly see that we actually have pyrocumulonimbus clouds being generated here. And you clearly see here, see this? These are actually thunderstorms that are being generated by the smoke. Unfortunately, they don't really produce a lot of rain, but what they do produce is a lot of lightning. And we're seeing these thunderstorms in this area north of Red Lake in the northwestern part of Ontario. And the smoke is, as you can see, very thick here. You can see how far the smoke really is. I've never seen, it's like there's a volcano going off here. It's crazy. Some of it's getting into Minnesota too, Thunder Bay. You have a lot of areas being evacuated right now. Let's look and see what's going on here, because you actually see that there are lightning strikes going on in this area right now, which could actually start new fires. And these are all from pyrocumulus clouds, a lot of these. I'm not saying all of them are, but a lot of them are. There's not a whole lot of rain that is going to be falling from these storms, unfortunately. It's mostly dry lightning. And that is the unfortunate thing of it. Here's the satellite loop, and you can again see the smoke. Here's the smoke. You can clearly see all the smoke, and see see this area right here? This is where the fires are. So you're actually having thunderstorms being developing from the smoke. And I want to show you a video that someone shared on Facebook. Not a whole lot of coverage here about these fires on the news, believe it or not. You put news, Ontario wildfire, and there are a couple of articles here, but not a whole lot of stuff, and not really many videos too about this. Most of these are just news articles. Not much from CBC, and not many videos about this either, which is kind of troubling. It's not a very populated area, but it is an area where a lot of native people live, and perhaps that's why it's getting ignored again, because sadly, the media is racist. All right.
So we are about 65 kilometers to Nagasar turnoff. And this is 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes, that's right. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's like night out.
And it's pitch dark, pitch black.
But there's lightning. You see that?
So this is some scary shit.
So she's driving through
I have my kids with me. We're fleeing.
a fire-induced thunderstorm.
Trying to get my kids to safety. My daughter and her son are driving up ahead of us up there. You can see that.
So where is the media? Why is the media
really
not covering
scary.
this?
Scared the crap out of me. Okay, I'll post this once I get to Red Lake. And again, it is 3:04 p.m. in the afternoon.
So it's by Red Lake, north of Red Lake. So when you go to CBC Canada, there's nothing about this on there. Nothing about this at all. Why is there nothing about this? Nothing about the fact that you have large towns where native people live. I mean, they aren't large cities, but there are a lot of native people that live over there. And the media is just completely ignoring it. They're running for their lives, fleeing this apocalyptic event going on right now in Canada. It's just unbelievable what's happening. And again, very little stuff about it. It's really just, this is the biggest fire in Canada. I mean, this is way bigger than the fires that have been going on in British Columbia. All you got to do is look at this and see how much smoke is coming from this area right now. So you have, here's Red Lake. All right, so this is an area of boreal forest, and again, this whole area, people are running for their lives. They're evacuating because they're worried. The smoke is thick. It's not healthy to breathe this in. It's dark, and they're worried about the fire coming and coming in and destroying their towns. And this is really, really serious. This is really serious. You can just see all the smoke. It's unbelievable what is happening right now in northwestern Ontario, and I felt it deserved a video of its own because right now not enough people are talking about this. This is an apocalyptic disaster happening as this out of control wildfire is actually generating its own thunderstorm. And like I said before, there's not going to be a whole lot of rain with these storms. If you were to look at, we can go to Ventu Sky. If we were to look at the precipitation forecast for the next 3 hours, and you can see this is the light, and you can see it's not a lot of rain falling in these areas. Maybe you might get a quarter of an inch, maybe a half an inch. Hopefully it can fall over where the fires are, but again, most of it is just dry. It's not even reaching the ground. Because when you take a look at the temperature over here, it's in the 60s and 70s, but if you look at the humidity, it does say 100% humidity. So maybe it'll make it to the ground, maybe. But it's not going to be a whole lot of rain from these storms. When we take a look at pyrocumulus type of thunderstorms, they usually don't generate a lot of rain. Maybe some of this, but the fires are more over here. So these are the ones with the rain. But you can see this is a pyrocumulus storm right here. You could see barely any rain. See, it's how it's showing a thunderstorm, but no rain falling from it. It's just lightning, and that's just going to start more fires. So figured I'd talk about this because this is an extremely disturbing kind of weather event that happens when you have a really big wildfire. And these wildfires are the biggest fires burning on the North American continent right now that nobody seems to be talking about.